I'm not trolling. I'm just, fanboy, 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 fanboy.
You mad, bro?
Lollipop Chainsaw absolutely stinks, man! This is an absolute travesty. Horrible game that just came out. Alright, let's talk about Lollipop Chainsaw. More like Lollipop Failsaw. Okay, this is an action hack and slash game developed by Grasshopper Manufacture, and it's for the PS3 and the 360, so both frickin' systems, current gen systems, can suffer underneath Lollipop Failsaw. Terrible, terrible game. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out of the way. Okay. It stars this female character, Juliet Starling. You've all seen the ads. It was all over YouTube. Big ad campaign. But it sucks, okay? It's nothing but another one of these cheap female main characters that uses... Oh, guess what? Fan service. Fan service all over again. Let's take a look at the previous games. We've had games like Tomb Raider. We had games like Bayonetta. We had games like Wet. All these female main character video games that had this sexy, curvaceous, busty fan service. What a surprise. It was developed by, it was developed in Japan. It originated from Japan, so of course, what is the deal with Japanese developers? What is up with the perversion over there in Japan? Their obsession with these panty showing, panty shots, slash curvy, slash busty blondes, and then they always just try to push these female characters on us on a consistent basis. I don't understand it. What's the deal with Japan? I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if it's just because they're trying to make money off it. Well, we've had it with games before. We have it with games like Dead or Alive. We've had it with games like, the Bayonettas and so on and so forth. All these different sexually energized games that are just meant to cater to a cheap fan base, some kind of cheap fan service fan base. It's sickening. It makes me sick. Now, let's look at the reception, because this game, it was released in June 12, 2012. So it came out. It just came out, just 8 days ago as I'm recording this. Right now it's June 20th, 2012. On Metacritic, it's got a 68 and a 67 on the 360 and PS3. Game Rankings has it on 69% for the 360, 67% on the PS3. Looking at the other ratings, you have a horrible score from IGN, 5 out of 10. They gave it a 5 out of 10. GameSpot, 6.5 out of 10. Joystick gave it a 3 stars out of 5. G4 gave it a 3 out of 5. These are very horrible scores. They also criticized the gameplay. It's bland, slow, and unsatisfying. These hack and slash games just don't fare too well these days because they've grown outdated. It's cheap. The gameplay is nothing but pure fan service. There's no depth. It's a shallow game. Now let's read some fan scores though, because fans, they matter the most. They matter the most. There's no doubt about that. It's all about the fans. Alright, we got one from CJ12. I really wanted to like this game. The concept is hilarious. The artwork and the voice acting are also excellent. And I was hoping this would feel something like an early Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode with more zombies and everything. Here's the problem. The gameplay stinks. Basically, you have one wave of zombies after another, mash some control buttons to execute random combos, knock down the zombies, and then move on. Batman Arkham City was a bit button mashy like this, but there you had much more scope for positioning, tactics, and you really felt like you were reacting to attacks and planning out how to take down groups carefully. Here it's just mash square, circle, triangle, and then move on. This gets boring fast. The other criticism is that the writing falls flat. I was hoping that the lines here would be somewhat snappy and clever. Instead, it felt more like a 13-year-old clumsily taunting you, and the result is just uninteresting. He gave it a 5 out of 10. Well, you know what, CJ? Who's the idiot that bought this game, on June 13, 2012, when you wrote this review? Yes, I thought so. You know, if you had just waited and saved your money for a little game called, oh, I don't know, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you would have spent wisely and bought a quality game, a game that's actually innovative and different and fun and has replay value. Graphics, amazing, next gen. That's what you spend your money on, not on wastes like this. Alright, we have a lot of other terrible scores. Nobody is saying nobody's saying anything positive about the game. I mean, the best game on the PS3? I don't think so. It's stupid and clunky, and you won't like the underage girl. It's one of the worst games ever. Wow. Let's take a look at the gameplay, because I'm getting sick and tired of talking about this already. Lollipop Chainsaw is a hack-and-slash video game with gameplay resembling Suda51's No More Heroes, which is funny because I actually like No More Heroes for the Wii, and even the one that came out on the PS3. In this game, Juliet has light attacks, which are acrobatic kicks and punches, and heavy attacks, which uses a chainsaw. The light attacks are intended to herd enemy zombies together so that Juliet can finish them off all at once with heavy attacks. Killing enemies and saving classmates that are being attacked by zombies will fill up Juliet's star meter. Used for super attacks, Juliet's boyfriend Nick, a disembodied head hanging from her skirt, can be used for various purposes, including being kicked at enemies by Juliet or being put on the body of a decapitated zombie to gain control of it. When the player completes certain tasks in the game, Juliet's chainsaw will be upgraded. So obviously, Lollipop Chainsaw is nothing but a gimmick. It's nothing but cheap fan service for horribly desperate, completely prepubescent boys and even sad, pathetic, lonely losers who want to ogle and somehow have this sick, perverse fantasy of this crappy game, Lollipop Lamesaw. Don't buy it. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of cash. It's a waste of space on your video game collection. I mean, I've told you once, I'll tell you again. Wait for COD Black Ops 2. Matter of fact, go pre-order Black Ops 2 right now, baby. That's right. Pre-order it, and I'm sure you're gonna get some special DLC content. You know, you're just gonna be enjoying a much superior game than freaking Lollipop Failsaw. Okay, don't fall for these cheap, crappy, horrible cash-in. Whenever you see a new game like Lollipop Chainsaw, you've never heard of it. It's a brand new IP or whatever. Don't fall for their tricks. Go for the tried and tested veteran franchises. COD delivers that. Black Ops 2 is the better game. Everybody knows it. You all know it. So that's pretty much it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews. And you know what? If you bought Lollipop Chainsaw on the first day, suck it up, fools. Because obviously you're not a true gamer. Alright, so until next time.